Welcome back to Ketorific Journey. Glad you tuned in. If you like what you see, hit the like button. If you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I'd love to see you come back here regularly. It's nice having folks doing this, and I love helping. I hope this is helping people. Today we're going to be talking about macros and how they work, or the importance of them, things like that, and calories. So sit back, enjoy yourself, and see if I can tell you a little bit about them, and who knows, maybe you'll walk away from here having learned something. So macros. Macros are important. They are important. However, when you are first starting out on this, don't worry about the macros. The macros you can worry about later. For the first month or two, don't worry about getting the app, any of these apps, Carb Manager, whatever it may be. Don't worry about it. During that first couple of months, all you need to worry about is getting on the right track of eating. Get rid of all the temptations in your house, if it's possible. If you don't have full keto cooperation in the house, I know that's going to be hard. But put them somewhere where you can't get it, or find alternatives that you can use for yourself. And get the stuff that you need to eat. The cruciferous vegetables, the leafy vegetables, things like that. Make sure that you do that, all right? And then if you do, once you do that, you just start eating the right vegetables and the right foods and the right fats. You know, get rid of the canola oils, it won't hurt your family to eat with other types of oils or other types of fats. Get yourself buttered, not margarine. Focus on getting that aspect right. Get your eating correct, and then the macros can come later. Because if you start out with trying to worry about the macros, it's going to overwhelm you. And you're going to sit back and say, oh my God, this is too hard. I can't do this. So you worry about that, and you eat the foods. Now, do you worry about amounts? When you're first starting out, don't worry about amounts really. Just eat what you feel comfortable with. The only one that I'd worry about the amounts on is eating too much meat or protein. If you're going to eat more of one thing, make it the cruciferous vegetables or the leafy vegetables. And watch what you put on them. If you're putting salad dressing on it, you got to watch what you put, because there are carbs in that salad dressing that do add up in a hurry. Also, during that first starting out time, yeah, you can have nuts, but pre-proportion them. Look at what the serving size is, and worry about servings there, because those carbs add up in a hurry. So you got that done. You're through with the first couple of months, and then you want to worry about the macros. Okay, fine. Worry about the macros then. Get your macros right. Figure out what they are, or get somebody to figure them for you if they've got some kind of calculator or some kind of system to do it. They're online everywhere. You can do it. I think Carb Manager even has one. But do not take the apps for the God-given end-all, be-all truth. Do the research for yourself. Look it up. Google it, see what if that app is right and what it says are the carbs. Because guess what? A lot of the stuff that's in there was put in by other people. They may not have been right. Some of it was put in by the app, but some was put in by just everyday people like you and me. So if they put it in wrong, you're going to see it as that. If it says a green bean has 11 carbs in it for a serving of green beans, it could be wrong or it could be right. In this case, it's not right. So you can get your carbs right. I tried the apps. I tried them. I was very diligent about putting in all that I ate, every single thing. But that got to be like work to me. Some people, it works great for them. They have no issues with it. And that's great, wonderful. You do it. If it helps you, I love it. But for me, it was really bogging me down and making me not enjoy what I was doing. And I was really enjoying eating keto before I started trying to do the carbs in the app. Because I'm going to tell you, it can be kind of tedious entering in everything in that app. So what I started doing is I would figure out how many carbs are in certain things that I was eating, and I would just track it in my head. And there were certain things that I just flat didn't worry about the carbs in it, because let's face it, people are putting in how much garlic they're putting in something, or things like that, or herbs and spices they're putting in. Well, that didn't make me fat. So I didn't worry about that. I focused on the other things, the things that I could control, the things that did make me fat. I did worry about how I did with salad. There's so few carbs in it, it's not worth calculating. Just the greens, and cucumbers, same way, so few carbs, not worth calculating. So what I did was I worried about the other vegetables and making sure that I didn't get too many of those, even though they didn't make me fat either. So the focus on that was not as important as other things. So, just make sure that you focus on the correct things. Now, calories. Some folks will tell you that calories do not matter. When you first start off, they don't. They don't. And how long they do not matter will depend on how much you have to lose. Because the more you have to lose, the less the calories are going to matter for a while. But the closer you get to your goal weight, you're going to have to reduce the number of calories you're taking in. It may be you reduce it periodically coming down, and it's like going down a set of stairs, something like that. But the calories will matter. And you do have to focus on what they are. Does that mean you got to count every calorie? No, just watch what your serving size is. And as you lose weight, your appetite's going to decrease. Your appetite's going to decrease when you start on this, because you're going to feel full. Because what you're eating is filling. It's low in carbs and it's low in fat. It's low in calories. So you're going to lose weight. Now, let's look at that about losing weight. Some folks like to compare themselves to other people. Oh, I hear all about these folks that have lost 15, 20, 30 pounds in 3 weeks. Never compare yourself to another person. And if you're in these Facebook groups and you see somebody telling you, I lost 40 pounds in 2 months, most likely they're lying to you and they're trying to sell you something. And it's something they've never even used. And the way you're going to be able to tell it is ask them this. Ask them this question before you fall for what they're selling and they're peddling. Ask them the question of, oh, how wonderful. That is so fantastic. I would love to see before and after pictures of you to be able to see how you did it, how you look. I love to be able to see that. See if they'll put them up there. Guarantee you they won't. I've asked this of a number of people. Not one has posted a before and after picture. Now, just in case they do decide to post one, go to their Facebook page. Just click on who they are. Look at what their photos are. If you see photos going back 2 years and they're still the same size they are now, they're not telling you the truth. They're trying to sell you some snake oil. Now, what they're selling you might actually work. There are a lot of those plans out there that do work. The custom keto diet, it does work if you follow it right. The 28-day challenge, it does work if you follow it right, if you do it. And it also gives you all of these different meal plans and all that will work. And if you have trouble with coming up with a meal plan, that might be the thing for you to do, is to look into that. And there are plenty of them out there you can find to buy from. So, how do you know what serving size is without measuring it? Well, if it's meat, just look at the size of your fist. That's going to be the serving size that you need. And you talk about they talk about the standard American diet, the smart plate, where you take it and you divide it and all. Well, the smart plate for keto is not the same. So your fats, they're going to come within the foods that you're cooking a lot of times. And so it's not going to take up really a section on your plate. So you want to get your veggies in there. You want to have your cauliflower or cauliflower mash or something like that, or cauliflower mac, things like that. Or you want to have your big salad, your leafy greens, things like that, just as a way of doing it. Or asparagus, Brussels sprouts, they are great. Now, don't try to eat them raw. They have a really bad flavor raw. But you can't eat them roasted. You can't eat them stir-fried. They are really good that way. And you throw in a little bit of bacon fat or something, or some olive oil, or some avocado oil, things like that. It is delicious and wonderful. So, that way you do these things, you're going to meet the calories, you're going to meet the macros. And you didn't bother to count the macros. Now, if you want to count them and it helps you to do so, and it helps you to track, by all means, do it. But don't feel like you have to be pushed into counting them. Let it be your decision. Don't let it be something you are pushed into. If you want to try it to see if you like it, go for it. Matter of fact, that might not be a bad idea, because who knows, you might like it and it might be exactly what you need to be able to stay on this diet. Didn't work for me, but that doesn't mean it won't work for you. Now, I've been keto since May of 2018. I started out weighing 350 pounds. I weigh 237 pounds as of this morning. Right now, I'm kind of fluctuating in there. I lost 100 pounds the first year. Then I went into a stall. And there is a difference between a stall and a plateau. A plateau is temporary, a stall is prolonged. 2 weeks is not a stall, that is a plateau. You start getting into 3 weeks and a month, you're getting into stall territory now. So make sure you know exactly what you're referring to, because breaking a plateau and trying to break a stall is two different things. Breaking a stall is much harder. Breaking a plateau is something that you can do much easier. So you want to try and know what you're talking about when you tell people that you're in the middle of it. During that stall, I was in a stall for over 1.5 years. Did not lose a single pound. I was stuck at 250 pounds. I say didn't lose. I would fluctuate a couple of pounds above, a couple of pounds below, just depending, but it stayed in that range. Now, did I get frustrated? A couple of times, but I let it pass. I did not let it bother me. Not one bit, because I knew I was still winning because I was maintaining. I did not give in to it. I kept doing what I was doing. There's an old saying, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you got. And I knew if I kept doing it, I would keep my weight where it was, and sooner or later things would kick in again. This past holidays during the Christmas and Thanksgiving time, well, more toward Christmas, I started losing again. And since then, I've lost 13 pounds. It's a slow amount of weight, but I'll take it. Now, what you want to know also is when you are doing this and you are discussing weight, do not use the word only with the amount of weight you lost. Use it with the amount of time that you lost it in. I see people say, I've only lost 10 pounds in 3 weeks. How about doing that as a defeatist attitude? Say it this way. I've lost 10 pounds in only 3 weeks. Which sounds more positive to you? You're putting the emphasis of only on the time frame rather than on the weight. Now let's take that 10 pounds. You see it as not a lot. I see that as pretty dang good. Because if you prorate that over a period of time, of a year, that amounts to a whole lot of weight. Now let's make it an even month. You say, I've lost 10 pounds in a month. I've only lost 10 pounds in a month. All right, let's prorate that over a year. That's 120 pounds in a year. Does it still sound like a small amount of weight? Not to me. That sounds like a significant amount of weight. So look at it logically. Give yourself positive feedback when you can. Don't let it get you down. Do it, and do it as a practice, and it will come much easier to you. Much, much easier. And I promise you, as time goes by when you are on this diet, it will get easier. If it starts out hard, you say, oh, I can't do this, stick with it, because I promise it gets easier. Because if you give up, you're going to give up everything that you've achieved up to that point. And when you first started out, you said, I'm sure you said, I'm desperate and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it no matter what. And then you got frustrated with it. Just remember back, do a recording, do a video of yourself, telling yourself how frustrated you are. Do that video with what you feel, how you look, everything about it. Do a video on it. And then when you start feeling frustrated, go back and look at that video. Take the before pictures. And take pictures when you get frustrated. Take pictures then. Put them side by side. Look at them. And then decide if you're still frustrated. Because I guarantee you won't be. Because you're going to see progress. Take those before and after pictures. Do measurements before. Do measurements when you're feeling down, or just periodically during it, every month or something, Don't be stuck to the scale, because some people that can be a very, very bad thing. I personally, to keep me honest, to make sure that I don't do things I'm not supposed to, I weigh every day. That's me. It makes me feel better. And that way I can know, I ate too much yesterday. And I gotta watch that. And it keeps me honest. But it doesn't work that way for everybody. You do keto the way keto works for you. Somebody wants to tell you you can't eat something on keto, do some research of your own. Figure it out. Don't let the keto police get you down. Don't let them tell you from the start you got to count your macros. Don't let them tell you calories don't count, because they do. It's just a question of when. So do all these things, and I promise you you're going to succeed. I promise you you're going to lose weight, and I promise you you're going to look and you're going to feel better. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's been helpful. You'll get through this. Just be diligent. Just be very, very aware of what you're eating. To me, it's more about what you eat than how much you eat on this diet. Because if you're going to overeat on something, let it be the veggies. Let it be the veggies. Every now and then, if you get a good cut of meat and you want to have a little more, go for it. It won't kill you. Do it. If you fall off the wagon one night and you have more than it is, there's no magic pill to get you back right. Not one thing. Just get back to the way you were eating before, and it'll all fall back into place. Don't go, I feel so bad. Don't start putting yourself down. You talk about how, all right, I'm going to get back on it tomorrow. I'm kicking it back in gear tomorrow. I'm going to do what I got to do to get it right. Because if you kick yourself and feel like you're down, you might turn that one night of eating bad into a week of eating bad, a month of eating bad, a year of eating bad. And the next thing you know, you're back where you were. So I hope this has helped. And hope you'll come back and see me again. Hit that like button for me and hit the subscribe button, because I'd love to see you come back here often. For that, Ketorific Journey is going to see you later. And I hope you had a good time watching this, and thank you for watching.